Thanks, everyone. So today, like yesterday, we just discussed about the implementation methodology. We discussed SAP implementation strategy means methodology. We discussed. So there is a SAP methodology to streamline the process for the efforts timeline. So to effective manner. So to provide the delivery to the customers. So we have to do that one. So as part of this one, so our scope is here as a basis consultant, we have to do the SAP installations here. SAP installations means SAP system build here, which means from realization phase onwards, our work is involved here. So SAP installations here, SAP installations. SAP installations means installing the SAP system. So this is also we are going to discuss here. Without installing the system, how can we work? How the others will work? How the application software will work? So nothing will work here. So for installation means building the SAP systems, installing the SAP systems here. SAP systems here, installation of the SAP system here. So SAP means what? SAP means there are the multiple SAP products are there here. Suppose if I take the Unilever. Unilever means a Nestle. Suppose if you take the Nestle means it's not the so one product Nestle are in the there are the hundreds of products are there Nestle related, like so they are in the chocolates, they are in the biscuits, they are in the so different type of things they are there here, right? Soaps, shampoos, there are many things are there here. So SAP also it's not like the just SAP one product installation here. SAP means we have n number of products are there in the SAP, n number of products are there in SAP here. So in the products means n number of applications, SAP applications are there. Depends upon the your business. Depends upon your business, you need to install the respective SAP application server installation, right? Depends upon the business. Suppose yours are the food business. Suppose yours are the food business, then food business related means real-time transactions. Then you need to install the SAP ECC, right? Then you are the warehouse business. Warehouse business means you need to install the SAP BW or Enterprise Warehouse Management EWM. You have to install it, right? If you need the chocolate, you need to purchase the chocolate. If you need the soap, you need the soap, right? You need to purchase. If you need something, the product, you need to purchase that related product, right? So not one product for all the use cases, right? So they have the different types of products. Same as like SAP also, it's not like that one software. There are the number of softwares are there in the SAP system here. But our here, luckily, our work is common. Our basis work is common for all SAP products. Our basis work is common in all SAP products here. All SAP product, our basis work is common. Sorry, you are telling like all the work, basis work is common entire SAP product. First of all, what are the products we have? If I talk about the Unilever, we have the biscuits, chocolates, so all those things are there, shampoos, so many things are there. But what about the SAP things here? In the SAP side also, we have the number of products like SAP ECC, Enterprise Core Component, then SAP NetWeaver system, SAP EWM system, SAP CRM system, SAP SRM system, SAP PIPO systems, SAP portal systems, SAP MI servers, SAP, then Fiori, SAP S4 HANA, SAP BW systems, SAP, so SRM systems already there. So then CRM, SRM, so then SAP, so Fiori also we written. So most used products. So these are the every company there are the most used products here. SAP portal system also we have written. So like that, there are the n number of products. I think 150 plus modules are there. None we will call it as the modules. N50 plus modules or N150 plus products are there in the SAP. N number of products are there SAP. Sir, are we going to learn all those things? No. Because if you want to learn all those things, it's not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. There are multiple years. We need to struggle and we have to keep on learning all the years. We have to keep on learning on the SAP things only. So, but here Our work as a technical, as a basis consultant here, our work is common. Installation of the any SAP product is common. Administration activities are common. So anything is common here. Anything. So it's common here. Common thing here. Anything. It's a common things we have to do it in our systems here. Anything we have to do the common things we have to take care. Anything we have to, so common things we have to take care of the SAP system state here, SAP side here, right? So let's talk about the, versions here, right? Installations, okay, we'll perform it, but what to installations? If you directly go to the SAP ECC means there is some version, right? Version number. Suppose if you see, if you ask your mobile phone version, then you will go to the settings and status. You will see the version. Suppose mine is the Vivo or iPhone 16, iPhone 17, 14, 13, maybe 10, 11, like a Vivo 12, 1.0, something like that. You will tell the one version, right? So same as like for SAP systems also, there is a versions strategy. There is a version strategy here. Some suppose like Robo 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, how we have the versions, and part 1, part 2, how we have, same as like SAP systems also, we have the versions are there. SAP versions here. SAP versions, and what is the history here? SAP versions here. How the versions will be for SAP, right? So here the most commonly used product for every industry, every company, most commonly they will use the ECC product, SAP NetWeaver product, then SAP HANA database, then so these are the, and SAP S4 HANA. These are the commonly every company they will use these things here. So SAP commonly they will use this one here, right? So talk about the history. History means during the introduction part we discussed, right? SAP is the one of the application software. There are the multiple products are there under the one SAP. SAP is the parent. Under the parent, we have the SAP ECC is the one child. NW is the one child. EWM, CRM, SRM, PI, PO, portal, all are their childs and sons, their sons, right? Same as like here, under the SAP is just one word SAP, but under that we have the n number of products are there. Depends upon the your business, depends upon the your business, you need to install the respective application software. We have to install it here. Depends upon the, so respective application software we have to install it here. Depends upon the product here, right? Depends upon the product, respective application software we have to install it here. So in the SAP, normally SAP released their product. SAP first they have invented on 1972. Why ex-service IBM people, they have founded the SAP application software they have founded, right? Based upon their mainframe system that time. So 1972, they have released the SAP product. The first product they have released called the R1, real-time R1 architecture here. Based upon the mainframes, based upon their finance systems, SAP released the R1 architecture. So then they will change it to the R2 architecture. How the, so now is the S4 architecture and the R3 architecture here. Then after that, yeah, R3 architecture is the successful version here, R3. So that is called the ECC product here. So then now it is the S4 product. Now S4 architecture. Now it is the S4 HANA term, S4 HANA industry. In the every industry, now it is the common word is highlighting in the software side, S4 HANA. Simplified fourth generation business suite. This is the real-time third generation business suite, second generation business suite, first generation, tier 1 architecture, tier 2 architecture, tier 3 architecture. Now tier 4 simplified as on all simplified architecture here, tier 4. So simplified architecture here, right? So that is the one thing here, right? Simplified architecture, R1, R2, R3, S4 here, S4 here, right? So these are the architecture wise, we have this thing here, right? So in the R3 architecture, ECC, so commonly Every organization, they have to install their ECC product. ECC means enterprise core component here. Enterprise core component here. This is the enterprise means organization. Core means main component. Every organization, the main component is the ECC. Every organization, the main component is for ECC component is the core component here. Enterprise core component here. Right? So SAP, then first they have released the ECC version is called the ECC 5.0. Why? Because we are going to discuss everything on the ECC only. So versions, we should know about the versions. Why? Because here few members, they are putting the experience 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Then in this case, so you should know about the versions history, right? So when they have released, what is the product? So what is the first one they have released it? So R1, then R2, then R3, now S4 architectures, right? Now ECC, what is the versions we have? ECC is the one of the application product here, right? ECC, what is the version? ECC 5.0, which they have released on the 2004. They have released the ECC here, right? Up to R3, we have, then after that, they have renamed to the ECC. Now, ECC means enterprise core component. ECC is the enterprise core component here. Then after that, they have released the ECC 6.0. They have released it. Then after that, ECC 6.0, EHP1, they have released it. Then ECC 6.0, then EHP2, they have released it. Then ECC 6.0, EHP3, they have released it. Then up to EHP8 is the latest version of the ECC. EHP8 is the latest version of the SAP here. Latest version of the, this is in the ECC. The latest version is the ECC 6.0, EHP8. Right? EHP5, they have started. Then 6. In the 6, they have EHP1. EHP means enhancement packages. Enhancement packages, they have started here. Then EHP2. Here once they have started releasing the all those things here. Then so EHP7, then EHP8. So like that, they have started into the market here. Right? So the versions information you should by heart. You have to remember. At least you have to remember, or you have to take a note on these versions here. EHP 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 8, they have. So in the ECC, last version is called the ECC 6.0, EHP 8 version. Then after that, they have stopped this EHP 9. Then they have released the SAP S4 HANA. They have started releasing the SAP S4 HANA versions. On-premises versions, they have started releasing the SAP S4 HANA. So EHP 9 is not released, only EHP ECC 6.0, EHP 8, they have released it. Then S4 HANA systems, they have released it. S4 HANA systems, they have released it here, right? That is the one thing here. S4 HANA systems, they have released it here, right? ECC 5.0, 6.0. Why we are discussing only ECC means, here we have the NetWeaver is there, EWM, CRM, SRM means every product there is a version. But it's not much important to discuss all those versions here. But because our basis consultant main thing is we have to concentrate on the real-time business suite system is like a ECC, SAP, ECC, and S4 HANA systems here. What is mean by S4 HANA means the next advanced version of the ECC is called the, so ECC is called the S4 here. So SAP, the first they have released the R1, then R2 architecture wise, then R3 architecture, now S4 architecture, then tomorrow, then maybe T5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and RST, not sure. So this one we cannot comment now. What is the next architecture there? 5th generation business suite. What is then the 5th generation when it goes to after the S4? What is the next one? So, but as of now, the S4 HANA term is running now. So trending is now S4 HANA. So which means, so R1, R2, R3 means the next one we will call the ECC, then S4 systems here. Architecture wise, we have the first R1 architecture. R means real time tier 1 architecture. R2 means tier 2 architecture. We have the client server architecture. R3 means 3-tier architecture, presentation layer, application layer, database layer here. S4 means simplified fourth generation business suite here. What is the S4 as what is the SAP architecture first? How the SAP architecture will be. So the SAP architecture like a we have the presentation layer, then application layer and DB layer. SAP architecture is the three-tier architecture. So here we have the presentation layer, which means you are here, you are here to here. So then here this is the application. This is the SAP application layer. Then this is the DB layer. This is the database layer here. Why? Because SAP we cannot install individually. So to install the SAP application, first we need to work on the database. Database side we have to work on that one, which means so DB installation we have to perform it here. So database installation we have to perform it in the here. So before we go for the so SAP database, we have to install it. On top of the database, we have to install the SAP application server. We have to install it. SAP is an one application server. If you ask someone, ask you a friend, is the SAP is the operating system? Is SAP is the application? Is application DB means you have to tell the gunshot answer like SAP is an application, is an application software SAP. Suppose example, if you see one of the common favorite top site like IRCTC, right? IRCTC is running on the SAP only. One of the everybody knows this one, right? So which is currently supporting by the one of the big organization. So it is supporting by the IRCTC. IRCTC is currently this application is running on the SAP. So you are booking the tickets, your payments, everything is coming from the SAP only. Here, SAP is helping regarding this one here. Sir, how can you know? Maybe if you go Google it here, IRCTC SAP means you will see here, you will get the great blocks here. You will get the great blocks about the SAP here. How? So SAP set to the change their face of the Indian railway ticketing system here. Per day, so per day they are book close to 21 million tickets they are booking almost. So almost their IRCTC manually annually they are booking the many things they are booking here. So payment gateways, so money, debit, credit situation, bookings, seats, allocation, quality, quota, food booking, everything is done by the SAP. Everything is coming from the SAP only here. Only user interface changes, but everything in the back end, we have the SAP only is helping. SAP is only helping here to store the tickets, booking, quotas, railways, everything here. So just assume if the SAP is down, what will happen? They have a lot of challenges previously. So you can see how it is helping here. Previously, with the Indian Railway Ticketing System, IRCTC, if you want to book the tickets, we have to connect to the broader internet. And so we are not sure whether ticket will book or not. So we have to struggle it lots of time and sometimes 500 internal server error. So connection errors, many things we have faced it, right? So when the time of I think 2014, 13, that time when I want to book the tickets, that time. So even if you are lucky guy, you will get the tickets. Otherwise, you will go to the waiting list, not sure whether it confirmed or not. Why? Because that type of busy of the servers and everything here. But nowadays, when you are traveling, when you are going to the even and train ticket from mobile phone, also you are booking the ticket. Why? What changes are happened in the IRCTC? So when the SAP taken care, SAP introduced it, they all everything got changed here. Everything got changed here. So everything. Now we no need to worry about anything. Why? Because very speed response. So within fraction of seconds, you will get the tickets, confirmation, bookings, all those things will get it here. So proficient manner, efficient way, seats, allocations, everything will do everything here, right? So that's what here SAP, the Indian SAP is looking to the here. Just for example, only one project here. Like that, the number of projects are there here. Number of projects, number of companies, like Bhubaneswar Metro. I think there is some Pune Metro. I heard that some Pune Metro also, they are using this one. And also some of the many organizations, they are using the SAP for their, so their applications for their businesses, they are using the SAP. So not only small, the number of government sectors, IT sectors, number of various, they are using the SAP too for their businesses here. That's why There are a lot of requirements, lot of changes are happening in the software side, business side. There are a lot of changes are happening here. It's going to the cloud, on-prem. There are a lot of changes are happening, right? So this is the SAP application architecture here. So presentation layer, application layer, DB layer. So first we are going to learn on the application layer, then database layer here. First application layer, then database layer we are going to discuss here. Application and database layer we are going to discuss on these two layers here, right? So here in the application means there are a lot of products. Which application? Either ECC application or BW application, warehouse management, customer relationship. So portal, ATM front end machine, they will use the portals, and Fiori apps based concept, business warehousing and shift planning and everything. They will use this one. SAP API, there are a lot of things are there. Depends upon the business. People will use the respective products. They will use it here. Okay. So that is the SAP application software. Okay. So this is the one here. So coming to to install this, first we have to go with the SAP installations. Then after that, HANA DB administration part we are discussing here. So first application topic, then DB administration topic we are discussing here. So presentation means where you will get the access here. Your SAP logon pad, SAP GUI browsers, you will get the access here. From here, you will log into the SAP system. You will do all the work, whatever we do as an administrator, you will do all the work here, right? So this is the application software here. So the first thing is here, the versions. First of all, you should know, everybody should know about the versions information, ESP 1, 2, 3. So then what is the first version, architectures we are following, what is the SAP layer. So all those things. So we should learn about all those things here, right? So that is this one. So coming to the S4 HANA, right? So ECC, we know what is the versions of ECC up to here, we know. So coming to the S4 HANA versions, the versions of the S4 HANA, right? So little bit like if it's very difficult to remember all those things, but you have to note down somewhere or you have to remember all those things here. Why? Because tomorrow someone asked you during the interview point of time, or one of your friend asked what is the version of ECC, latest version of the ECC 6.0 HP8. What is the version of the S4 HANA? So these things definitely you will get the questions here. So the S4 HANA versions here we have the latest version is the S4 HANA 2023 is the latest versions here. So before that we have the 2022 we have. Then S4 HANA 2021. Then S4 HANA 2020 we have, right? So 20, not the 2020, I think 2000, I think. Then after that, S4 HANA, so 1909. Then S4 HANA 1809. So then S4 HANA 1709. Then S4 HANA 1610, yes. Then S4 HANA, then 1511 here. So 1511. So from here, they have started S4 HANA versions, S4 HANA products, 2015, 11th month, 2016, 10th month, 2017, 9th month, then 2018, then the 8th month, they thought, but they are released in the 9th month itself. Same as like, so 2019 also they released in the 9th month only. Then after that, so they have changed their strategy based upon the year. They have given the S4 HANA 2000, S4 HANA 2020, 2020, S4 HANA 2020, not that 20, S4 HANA 2020, 2021, 2022, 2020, like that. They have started here. Year wise, they have so released their products and everything. They have given the naming convention to their SAP products here, naming convention to this products here, right? So like this 15, 16, 11, 16, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. So like that 2020. So then 2020, like that they have started releasing this S4 HANA versions here, right? S4 HANA versions. If someone asks you S4 HANA versions, so these are the versions you should remember about all these versions, right? So, but no one asked these questions. Who will ask these questions here? No one asked, right? No one asked these questions. What is the version of the ECC? Basic questions, just a fresher level basic questions here. S4 HANA, what are the SAP products are there? Can you name it? Can you name it the 10 products at least, 5 products at least? So, like, what is the architecture of the SAP here? R3, R4. What is S4 HANA? S4 HANA is a simplified fourth generation business suite. Is the next version of the R3 version. R3 after that S4 HANA they have released it here. So can you tell me the list of SAP products here? ECC, BW, CRM, SRM, PI, portal. So can you name it some of the things? So not required to all the hundreds of things you need to tell some of the things, right? These are the things, right? Can you tell me the S4 HANA versions? Then these are the S4 HANA versions, right? 2024 they have yet to release it, but they have not released it. So but still yet to release it 2024, it's not released it still. Okay, these are the SAP HANA versions and all those things here, right? S4HANA versions and ECC versions in the system here, right? Enhancement packages. ECC means enhancement packages. Sir, okay, everything is okay. What is the useful information for today? So which means versions information you need to remember, and also you need to check the our architecture layout. What is our SAP architecture? SAP is the three-tier architecture. SAP is the three-tier architecture here. Sir, can you tell me how to install the SAP then? Yes, our next topic is the SAP installations, right? Why? Because SAP installation we are discussing means we need to download the softwares as well, right? So SAP installations. So hardware requirements, hardware. So requirements for SAP installations here, hardware requirements for SAP installations here. So hardware requirements are why we need to worry about the hardware requirement. So it's not the simple media player. It's not the simple software to install it. It's a SAP business application software you are going to install it. It's not that much of simple to install it, right? We have to take care of the lot of hardware requirements. So like the hardware requirement means, so your OS, what is the OS? What is the RAM, how much RAM is required, CPU, so network, right? Network CPU, network, OS, RAM, CPU, network, all the hardware things, right? These are the things we need to take care, right? File systems, space, storage, what is the storage, what is the hardware, so hardware requirements. So like OS, these all the things are we have to consider it here. These all things are coming under the hardware part here. So OS, the data, OS here, operating system here. So to install the SAP, suppose like you need one operating systems are required. So luckily SAP we can install on the any operating systems, any server edition of the operating systems here. It's not like that Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 7, Windows 8. It's like a server edition, Windows Server 2000, Windows Server. So Windows Server editions, Server 2012, 14, 16. Also the Linux platform or any the Linux platform, we can also install the SAP application, right? So coming to the hardware part, hardware requirement for SAP we can install on the any operating system, Windows or and Linux operating system also we can install it here, right? So then how much RAM is required to install the SAP HANA SAP system? So RAM is required here. So minimum so 16 GB or minimum 16 GB for real time applications or practice purpose 8 GB also fine. But just remember the 16 GB is minimum RAM is required for SAP installations. Minimum 16 GB RAM is required. So it's not like that simple SAP normal media player to watch the movies and everything. It's a SAP application business software we are installing, so that all the business will run based upon this one, right? So that is the reason every application will, so why? Because business users will do this one on the separate dedicated server. We have to install this. So OS and RAM and CPUs, network, storage, all those things you should know about all those things here, right? Hardware requirements here, hardware requirements for HANA installation. So OS, any operating system is fine. RAM, minimum 16 GB is required. CPU, CPU here, CPUs. So each CPU, each CPU will handle each CPU will handle the 14 GB of RAM memory. One CPU 14 GB, two CPUs 28 GB, three CPUs. Then like that we need to calculate. Depends upon the your RAM. You need to calculate the CPUs as well. Network 1 Gbps, 1 gigabyte per second. Minimum 1 gigabyte MBPS also fine for training purpose. Storage 200 GB. Free space required for SAP. Free space required for SAP for installations and practice purpose here. 200 GB minimum free space is required for the SAP installations, right? So these are the some storage hardware size requirement here. So we need to suppose like Intel hardware. So Intel as well CPUs. There is a hardware. The CPU also which model we have to take it means that OS team will take care of that part. You no need to worry about this one. So here also you no need to purchase the CPUs network storage. So just for your information purpose, so I'm telling we can install SAP on the any operating system. You can install it on the any database is fine. Any operating system is fine. Any OS that is fine. Any database that is also fine. Any database. Databases means we have the in the market SQL Server, Oracle, MaxDB, then Sybase and HANA DB. They are these are the databases are there. So in this databases, DB2, IBM DB2, so MaxDB, any database we can install the SAP. Database also required. OS also, any OS, any database, we can install the SAP application server. So minimum, so 16 GB free RAM is required to install this one. So why? Because installation will take 4 to 5 hours of time to perform the SAP installations. So it's not like that much of time. So it's like 4 to 5 hours it will take installation. Installation will take the 4 to 5 hours of time. So installation is the very big installations we have to perform it here, not the simple software or 1 hour, half an hour, 1 hour. It's not like that. It's like the 4 to 5 hours, sometimes 6 to 7 hours, like that. It will start the installations as well. Okay. So that is the very important thing here, installations here. Okay. So that is the installation point of view. What are the hardwares we required? What are the hardwares we required for the SAP installations here, right? So normally installations means they are the in SAP language, there the types are there. One is the greenfield installation, greenfield implementation, right? Then also brownfield implementation, brownfield, greenfield here. Greenfield means fresh installation. We are freshly installing the SAP server. There is no data. That is called the greenfield installation or greenfield implementation. Brownfield means already SAP system is there that is running on the one version, whereas your business is running already data is there. You want to migrate to the other latest versions, or you want to go with the S4 that time, that is called the brownfield. Means already existing one you are changing. That is called the brownfield. You are freshly installing that one, that is called the new SAP installation. That's why two technical words in the SAP: greenfield, brownfield implementation. Green means fresh, new system you are installing. Brownfield means, so here. Also, SAP delivered the, so to cal, sir, how much RAM is required? Now you simply said like minimum 16 GB based upon the experience you told. But so how can we know? So that's why SAP given the one of the web-based tool that is called the SAP Fixizer tool. SAP Fixizer tool. Using this tool, we can calculate the how much RAM is required, how much space is required, how many CPUs are required, what is the storage. So all the what is the OS, all the information you will get it out here using this SAP Fixizer tool. If it is a fresh installation, blindly we can take it out like so SAP means minimum 16 GB RAM is required here. Then only we can survey. Sir, 8 GB also one of my friend installed. So he is doing means, yeah, 8 GB also we can do. Training and practice purpose we can do it, but it will not give the, it will be, it is a small system, I guess. Might be it is small system, maybe he may face the some slowness, right? So that is also possible, we can install it, but better to for the real time in the offices organizations, we have to go with this approach. SAP Fix Sizer tool is the web-based tool. Using this web-based tool, we can calculate the how much RAM is required and everything here. SAP Fix Sizer tool, SAP Fix Sizer tool here. So using this sizing tool here, sizing means we can estimate the hardware requirements such as memory, CPU, disk, network, all those things we can calculate it. How much is required, we can calculate it here. So the calculation is based upon the, is it user based sizing or throughout data based sizing you want to do it here. So go to the quick sizer, then launch the web-based tool. Is a web-based tool sizing of the SAP application and faster. It has been developed by the SAP only. So SAP is developed here. It is the free cost for the customers to choose these options here. Or some people blindly they will go for the this one here. So SAP Quick Sizer tool is the using this style we can perform the sizing approach. If someone asks you how you calculated the sizing, sizing means RAM size, something, how you got the estimation. So normally we tell like our architects, why? Because every organization there is a architects. Architects will do the this planning and everything. Suppose they don't have the architects, then they asked you the question. So instead of ignoring that question, we can say like SAP Quick Sizer tool, we have to use it to perform the sizing of the tool here. So if you, it is a web-based tool, we can open this tool, we can provide the all the information like how many users, what is the data size, what is the operating system, so what is the database, operating system, users time, users put, user system available 24, all the information we have to feed it, we have to provide it and calculate it, then you will come to know how much space, memory, RAM is required, all the information you will get in the single screen. The single screen you will get the all the information here. So SAP Quick Sizer tool. Just remember the word name is called the SAP Quick Sizer tool. We can use it here for calculating the sizing here. So that's fine. Then what about the hardware requirements? Means a OS team will take care of that, is the what is the use case for us, but our work is mainly software requirements, right? Software RAM and everything architects will do. Then OS team will help you to build the creation of the OS server, RAMs, file system space, network. They will take care of that one. But why we need to worry about that one? That is also one good point. But thing is here, we need to also know about these details. Why? Because they are touching SAP means we need to know. We need to know about the. We need to know about this self. We need to know about this one as well, right? So this is about the hardware requirement for SAP HANA installations here. What about the software requirements here? What about the software requirements here? What about the software requirements? Okay, so I will continue this one tomorrow because so day one, day two, right? People will get confused about these words. So I'm pausing here. So anybody, any questions? So nothing yesterday and today, just for introduction classes only. Don't think like we are the actual topics are discussing. Just only some basics, understanding the things, how those things for freshers or the senior guys it's required. So those things we are discussing here. So the installation onwards, it's a very important topic for us. So installation onwards, we need to know. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the what are the hard softwares we required for the SAP installation, then how to start the installation, all those things we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Sir, what is the
Sir,
difference
hi sir.
between SAP HANA and SAP S4 HANA? Is the same words or different?
Yeah. SAP HANA is the database. SAP S4 HANA is the application. Sir, why they have in the S4 HANA itself, HANA is there. HANA word means, yeah, that is what they have included actually. But this is the application which will, to understand purpose, which will run on only on HANA DB only. So it will run on DB means it's just only HANA DB only. Just only HANA DB. But S4 HANA means application. Application. But don't think like S4 HANA means S4 plus HANA, both are there. No, no. S4 HANA means just application only.
Is it also a three-tier architecture, sir, or else?
Yeah. It's detailed architecture is same for all, but the
Okay.
simplified fourth generation business suite. That's why they have just changed the word. It's called the S4.
Okay.
Sir, hi, sir.
Yes, I. You
Yeah.
joined again this lecture as well.
Exactly how many CPs we can require, sir?
That is depends upon the RAM size. It depends upon the RAM. So suppose like one CPU, one physical CPU will handle the 14 GB of RAM. Two physical CPUs, then so 32 GB RAM means definitely you need the two physical CPUs. 48, then you need to know about the 14, 14. 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28, 14 threes are 42. So like that we need to calculate it. Suppose like 1 terabyte RAM. Suppose take the 1 terabyte RAM means 1 terabyte by 14. 1 terabyte by 14. How much you will get? That many RAMs, that many CPU cores you require.
Okay.
So suppose your company is using the brand new CPUs they are using. Sometimes one CPU will handle the 16 GB of memory also. Brand new CPUs. But obviously by average each CPU will handle the 14 to 16 GB of main memory, RAM memory.
Okay.
When you are keep on increasing the RAM, you need to increase the CPUs also. You are increasing the RAM means you are not increasing CPU means you may face the CPU utilization issues. 100% CPU, your system is very slow, even though your memory utilization is very less. So if you are increasing the CPUs, that's fine. But RAM also, RAM you are increasing means CPUs also you need to increase it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
what are these EHPs
It's
versions?
EHP means it's a enhancement packages. Why SAP will release the next version, advanced version. In your mobile phone also, you have the one version today and tomorrow one more version. Why they are releasing means new enhancements, new features, bug fixes in the existing systems, new functionalities, new code, nothing, everything will be new. Why we are getting the new updates means the latest features and everything. Same as like here also, in the enhancements, you will get the only the new fixes, existing bug fixes, so new things you will get it out. So that's why, so they are that old time in the years back they have named it as the, so like ECC 6.0, EHP1, enhancements means new features, then EHP2 new features, EHP3 like that. So nowadays 2022 version year wise they are giving the versions, they are changing here year wise, 2024, 2025. So previous years back, 10 or 15 years, 20 years back, so that time they are not aware of this years concept. Then that time EHP1, EHP2, EHP3. Now it's see, by seeing this product you can come to know when they have released this product, right? By seeing this one ECC 6.0 EHP1, you or me are not sure when they have released it. We need to buy ahead, right? So that's the concept here. I will share you the simple understanding document. There is understanding document, some technical words in the SAP software and SAP industry side. So you can go through it. So you will get you can avoid the what is CPU, what is memory, what is S4 HANA, what is ECC, what is the architecture, all those things here. What is SAP application software, what is the architectures. These and all the things it will give the some brief. You will come to know. Okay.
Okay, yep.